Chud Hollow, thanks to the 40 rupees. Video recommendation: ex-Bungie versus nu-Bungie, Chromecast certified. Is it a Chromecast vid? Because I've probably seen it, if true. I guess we could watch it again.
The final shape, it felt a little like a love letter at times.
Alright, yeah, yep, yeah, yep, yep, nothing to see here, yeah. Is it any wonder why Destiny's so dog shit? It's truly a mystery. I don't know how this happened. That definitely looks like woman. Like, holy fuck. Yeah, weapons designers, so that's why Destiny weapons, they probably look gay as fuck now, I don't even know. They used to look kind of cool.
At times. We really thought about bringing that forward to the weapons. Like Kvastov, it's the first gun you get. There has to be the narrative bookends of the first gun I got in the game. It's here in the Pale Heart. It's like this old friend returned.
Help!
Yeah. And we pepper in the number 7 in as many places as we could. So it bounces 7 times. It's got a bunch of 7s in its stat.
7s. Yeah, that's like the first ever gun you get, I think, in the first game, isn't it? I think so. 7s.
You get 7 bouncy bullets when you pick up an Orb of Power. Bungie has a long legacy of loving the number 7, and this felt like the right place for it.
Hi, I'm Luke from Bungie.
And I'm Shishka.
And today we're here to talk about July 7th, Bungie Day.
Yeah, Cold Storage.
Huh?
A remake of Halo Combat Evolved map Chill Out, available on Xbox Live Marketplace for
200 points!
It's free, moron. It's a thank you to our fans for being oh so supportive.
How cool would it be if on Bungie Day, Microsoft decided to lower the price of the Legendary map pack from 800 points to 600 points?
What do you know? That's what they're gonna do.
Isn't that neat, kids?
Bungie announced in a tweet they were increasing the price of seasons from 1,000 silver to 1,200 silver. So when you buy $10 worth of silver, that being 1,000, you actually get 1,100 silver. That's so generous of them. Funny how that works too, because that's just short of the amount needed to buy a new expansion. So to buy an individual season, you need to purchase $15 worth of silver. And guess what?
That's how every fucking mobile game does this shit. Every fucking mobile game in existence does that exact shit. It's like, oh yeah, it costs $12 to roll 10 units. It's like, okay, what can I buy? You can buy $10 worth of currency. It's like, okay, thanks, you fucking piece of shit. I'm gonna bomb Korea and Japan and China and all of them. Anyway.
Thought a $5 increase was bad? Let's take a trip down to the Microsoft and Epic Game Store, where there is no $15 silver option. The next highest is $20.
It's a satisfying feeling. What is this gonna enable me to do? What did I win? What ability? How's this gonna look?
As you can see, there's a big, I guess it's a solar farm. That's what I'm going with. Big solar farm, right? If you turn around at spawn and look out in the distance, if you were to boot up D2 and come to the moon, you will notice that the solar farm is gone.
You have those eerie colors, the lamp at the top swaying, changing the shadows in the room. The same area in D2 looks like this.
The thing is, this is what was so stupid about Destiny from the beginning, is that they really, it was clear that in the engine they couldn't make an MMO. They just couldn't do it. And so obviously you're seeing the long-term ramifications of them not making a third game. They couldn't fit all of the game in the game, which is why they literally ripped out pieces of the game that you paid for, DLC you paid for, you cannot play again. I'm glad I quit the game way before that shit happened, because holy fuck, that is just absolutely despicable. I don't know. I mean, I won't say they got away with it, because Destiny is dying, for sure, but the fact that, you know, I don't know the details, but I just know they ripped out like the Osiris shit and like the Warmind shit and all that shit. They just took it out of the game. You just can't even play it. You had to pay money for that, and it's not even in the game anymore because it can't fit all the game in the game because it wasn't made to be an MMO. But they somehow made it into an MMO. It's nonsense. I mean, a lot of this probably was just cut to fit as much game in it as possible, but that's why Bungie is retarded. Like, I honestly don't even know. Like, if I'm some corpo pizza shit, I would have been like, you stupid fucks need to make Destiny 3. It's obvious because you're milking an increasingly dwindling player base. You're not going to get new players in with how old the game is. You know, if I'm Mr. Goldstein, I'm like, no, you have to make Destiny 3. We'll blow $1 billion on marketing, and then we'll, you know, shove in as many like microtransactions and garbage, but it'll be mega ultra gay, you know. Not like Concord gay, but it'll be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 gay. I don't know. I don't know. The point is, this corpo slop is not going to work if you keep trying to milk this like a proper MMO, because that's never been how Destiny has really worked. Destiny is the lowest common denominator normal fad game, like Call of Duty type of shit. So it's clear that the more expansions they release, they're not going to bring back enough of the old players. It'll be less each time, so they're going to make less money. So why not just make Destiny 3? Like, it doesn't really make sense to me if they're trying to make money that they keep milking Destiny 2. My theory is they're so utterly, unbelievably incompetent because all of the talent is gone that they cannot feasibly make Destiny 3. That is my theory. That Bungie can't make it. They just can't fucking do it. So they have to milk Destiny 2.
It's really not just one department creating something special. When you see all those things combined and the iteration and the back and forth, and when you get to this end result where it just feels like it couldn't be any other way, we hit on something amazing here.
I don't think anybody in this world has ever done anything worthwhile without being their own worst critic. I think that, I mean, especially when you talk about any creative.
Dude, this is absolutely, you know, again, take the whole identity politics element out of this, even though it absolutely is 100% connected. But let's pretend for a moment it's not. This is the mentality that is the difference between old games and new games. But you could just say old art and new art because it applies to movies and TV shows as well. Excuse me. And the real artists are extremely critical of their own work. Even a lazy motherfucker like me has learned a lot over the past almost 6 years and tried to make a lot of my videos better to a point. I kind of gave up on making my videos better a couple of years ago now, but because I realized it would take too much effort that I'm not willing to put in. But in subtle ways, I try to make certain things better. Like, you know, some from a script level, even though they're not scripted. But the audio track, I try to improve elements of that. The editing is not going to get better because I don't care. I just really don't. Any artistically minded individual is going to be highly critical of their own work. So many of these people who work in the modern video game industry are not. They have giant fucking unearned egos when they have created nothing of value. Absolutely nothing. And they just tell themselves what they produce is amazing. And you wonder why everything's shit. That's a huge component of why things are shit. Objectively bad writers, you know, bad 3D modelers, bad art designers, bad composers, bad. It's all fucking dog shit. And they never improve because they think they're good. You know? That's wrong. But if people eat it up and say it's good, because everyone else said it's good. And by everyone, I mean dead internet theory bots. But normies can't tell the difference. Then why would things ever improve? They keep buying the garbage. Even though statistically people are buying less games each year. So I'm going to be honest. Maybe it's just because of my lack of investment in the same arguments with nobody, because I'm not really arguing with anyone specific. You can't really fight the mongrel horde, the idiot masses. That's just a formless blob of NPCs. You can't fight that. So I'm basically fighting ideas that will never go away, because these people will never change. They'll always be that way. Because of that, maybe it's a cope, but I'm just kind of personally believing more and more in dead internet theory. And even though maybe I didn't say it directly, like, you know, back in my first Fallout reviews, I'm like, these are fucking bots. Like, the engagement in this video is way too high, which, believe it or not, was the same with the Silent Hill review, by the way. It is like 13,000 comments despite only having 250,000 views. So I don't know if some of these Twitter faggots employed bots as well to my comments. I have no idea. But it is also similarly insanely high level of engagement that doesn't seem organic on any level. And I'm not even talking about Twitter brigades. Like, it's like literally just not something, like, the numbers don't add up is what I'm saying, right? That's way too many comments. But that was something I noticed back with the Fallout video. Like, these aren't people. These are like either Indian bot farms hired by Amazon or early, LLMs being employed. But I would say the Indian bot farm is more likely, because Amazon has infinite money and it really doesn't cost that much money to hire these companies to promote the product. I've noticed they didn't come back for Fallout Season 2. In fact, I'm not really hearing much talk at all about Fallout Season 2. So this thing that normies were supposedly in love with, they really don't actually give a fuck. You know. But it was enough for colossal mega fags like Critical and Diesel Patches and shit to talk shit. I'm drunk rambling. Let's keep watching the video.
Of enterprise, if you somehow believe that what you're doing is the greatest thing ever all the time, it's absolutely not going to be the greatest thing ever.
I think my favorite absolutely is the Thrillodrome. It is an arcade lost sector, and I think we can relate to spending our days in a sticky arcade playing games with our buddies.
I'm also so excited for people to see the puka pond with all of the pukas that have been like such a mystery since Beyond Light.
You've got to build it, you got to play it, you got to say, it's not good, let's try it again.
Every step of the way, you know, I'm going, is this fun? Is it exciting?
As we see, this is what's good about the Chromecast style videos. You just kind of, you let these motherfuckers hang themselves. It is definitely effective. Definitely effective. You don't have to give any opinion. There's no opinion here. You're just saying, okay, here are the old developers, a bunch of white men who are really passionate about making a good game. And then you see the modern devs are women and troons who have giant egos and don't give a fuck about quality and are just talking about nonsense bullshit that no real gamer cares about at all.
Toward the end of the project, we're just making smaller changes, tweaking how much damage something does.
We have to make sure that the doorways are the right size.
How's the cover playing out?
We're the ones that have to wire it all up and make it work and make it fun.
Just a little more sped up, I think.
Then ultimately, you might have an encounter that plays great.
Jump off there. Jump off here. You should be able to land.
Oh, so close to making that jump. That's awesome.
Sometimes you stumble on it, sometimes you plan for it, but the most important thing is when you recognize it, that you covet it and that you keep it.
The shipping.
And that's the thing. I like that right there. I like that statement, even if it was kind of vague. Like, I get it. Like, you just know it. Sometimes you're like, oh, that's just satisfying. That thing that just happened, that felt good. Is that something modern devs do? No. They don't even fucking play video games.
Game is always an approximation of the perfect vision. I like not having to be the one who decides when I have to stop, because I would never stop if I had any choice. And then the game would slip, and then we'd all get fired. And even then, I wouldn't want to stop.
We were created for this moment, to deal with this conflict, to solve for this enemy.
What the hell happens when evil finally arrives and confronts the traveler?
What is that thing?
Dude looks like Megamind.
Greed, pure and simple. Cashed it in, sold our souls, came out here. I mean, if you're gonna sell your soul, Seattle's a pretty nice place to do it.
The Flood is out, an unstoppable parasite that's capable of wiping out all life in the universe.
All of the halos are primed and ready to fire.
Oh, and you left that woman that you care about? Yeah, you left her in the clutches of the grave mine.
Chief, I can't. It's not safe.
Cortana, nice job.
Cortana is giving us cryptic messages.
Could you sacrifice me to complete your mission? Could you watch me die?
The Cloud Strider.
Dude, no, dude. This shit, when I first saw this shit, this didn't fucking look real. I'm like, what the actual fuck? This is some, like, disgusting subhumans, deranged, androgynous, like, fucking demonic porn fantasy that they just put in Destiny. What the actual fuck is that thing? Like, this is, I genuinely, I saw this in a random V thread, and I'm like, what? You're telling me this is in Destiny? What even is this? What the fuck is that?
Riders, bottom line, are cool.
Osiris and Rohan can go process their differences over.
Listen to it. I've never heard it speak either. I've never heard it speak, by the way. What the Dude, it's over. I mean, it was already over for Destiny years ago, but I mean, this is like, these are the people allowed to make video games. They're allowed. Why are, dude, we need like 10 more Concord bombs, like 10 more. People want the industry collapse. We need more. Call everything Concord. Whatever it takes to get it in these stupid normie fucks' heads. Call everything Concord. We need to step up our PSYOP game. It's time.
Some fermented tea or whatever. We're off to go protect the people of Neomuna.
I'm glad we're all taking this very seriously.
We're not asking to work shorter days. We're asking to work as hard as we're working right now, but just 2 weeks.
It's an amazing thing to be part of. That many people want something so bad that they're willing to spend that, that time and that effort 7 days a week.
As much of a death march as Halo 2 was, when we got to the end of it, and there's a bunch of seeds there that are exciting and really fed the rest of the trilogy.
We started doing this because we were doing Crunch, and we're like, yeah, everybody starts eating the free food.
He's the reason why we have the weigh-in. He was a biscuit away.
Estimated body fat and estimated lean body weight.
I haven't weighed myself for years.
Yeah,
or do you go to the bathroom, take a massive dump, you're like, this will compensate.
Sometimes I could say it's 2 pounds. Who knows?
And so if we release an expansion with 2 raids, let's say, next year, our community is going to be upset if we go back to only 1 raid.
Dude, okay. I know, this is on me. This is on me. Another synthetic lazy motherfucker moment. I talked to Devin. I'm like, you know what would be a great Gaming is Dying video? Or even a good video for Lord Frogmire or whatever. Just watch all the GDC conferences and just go through the insanity, the fucking dystopian corporate crap. And just be like, people are defending game devs. Like, they are the corporate. They are part of the corporate. Like, people want to separate the devs from the publisher. They're incestually linked at this point. Like, they're fucking GDC shit. Those GDC conferences are like, oh my god. Like, how is there, like, not boycotts against these motherfuckers, like, against every fucking company?
Sometimes we have to tell them, like, we shouldn't ship this because it's an over delivery that is going to set us up for failure.
Yeah, that was infamous when that came out.
4-story building in Bellevue, Washington, had an elevator that went down to the parking garage. And one night I got into the elevator to go home. This is, I bet you, 2 months before I was fired. This other guy got in, and I said, "Oh, hi, how you doing? Are you new at Bungie?" And he goes, "Oh no, I've been working here for about 1.5 years." And I remember thinking, "Oh, goodness sakes, somebody's been working here 1.5 years and I don't even know them." And he says, "Do you work at Bungie? What do you do?" And I thought, "Oh, okay, that's the way it is now. Like, I don't know him and he doesn't know me. He doesn't know anything about, what I've contributed in the past." And I really, at that moment, I thought, yeah, I think that side of Bungie is now, that book is closed.
Yeah, that's the beginning of the end. That's what led to the end of all this shit.
Art style of Marathon is graphic realism.
It's something fresh and sort of
graphic realism, and look at that creature. You can write a book on that thing. Should not be working at any video game company. Anyway, that distracted my drunk brain completely. Let's just keep watching.
uncharted territory.
Yep. Thanks, Joe. And hey, everyone. I'm Joe Cross, franchise art director of Marathon. Yeah, and wanted to take a minute to talk about some of the events from yesterday. It came to our attention that an artist who worked on Marathon in the early stages of
Dude, look at that guy. He looks so dead inside.
Production.
Hold on. My webcam is blocking these tweets. They're not that important. It's basically just people saying they canceled the pre-order, the apologies suck, whatever, for the plagiarism shit.
A number of graphic elements from a graphic designer without permission or acknowledgement and placed them on a decal sheet that was then checked in.
More than anything, more important even than quality, a live service is about being fast. And a fast...
See, again, what he's saying is correct. Why do you think Fortnite has lasted this long? However, when it comes to, like, this is slightly more layered than, like, to give the generic Actman take of, like, oh, microtransactions is bad, whatever. It depends on the type of game you're making. First of all, live service is horrific, but goddamn, I think I drank too much already. I can't even commit to a thought process. Anyway, the problem is, when it comes to something like Destiny, you might hate Destiny, but like the point of a game like that was people wanted substantial quality content. They never quite found, at least while I was playing, they didn't really find a model where they could simultaneously release frequent content that was worth the grind while also while we're still waiting for the next big raid or something. Like what I only played it consistently for about 3 months of Destiny 2 anyway. And they were experimenting with this basically like instead of doing expansions, they did like a mini pass with like the vault of blank, the vault of blah blah, whatever, right? Like one expansion was around Gambit, one was around PvP, I think, and I think they had mini raids, if I remember correctly. And so they were trying to like experiment with, okay, instead of waiting, I don't even know how many months for like the next shitty Curse of Osiris garbage, which people only care about the raid and not about the story shit, because the story shit sucked anyway. They're like, okay, let's like churn out like little bite-sized shit so people keep playing the stuff, because everyone wants to be Fortnite. They all want to be Fortnite. Fortnite understands the model, understands how to keep people's attention. Obviously, Fortnite being free is probably most of the reason for its success, but the other huge portion is that it's always releasing new shit. Always. To bring people back, which is what every other developer is trying to copy off of. So, this overly long, drunk ramble, the point is, I think on a surface level, even though what he's saying is horrible, it makes perfect sense. I don't have an issue with the idea that, yes, if you want a live service game to succeed, you need to constantly churn out content. Again, like, not to talk about it in length or anything, but Gacha Slop understands this. Gacha Slop doesn't need, well, I guess it depends on the game. Things like Genshin or Wu or whatever, they could have more, you know, things with a little bit more substance. But if you're playing a shitty auto battler, you only need like a handful of devs to produce some PNGs, and boom, you got like the new fucking banner for your shit for that month. Like, you got new characters rolling out, plus you got the old stuff rolling again. There's always something happening almost every week of the game. But for real video games, that takes, you know, exponentially more manpower by several degrees. It's just not realistic, right? Destiny just inherently is flawed. It's a good concept, but I think from its very framework, it was never going to work, right? It is just not. Bungie didn't have a solid enough proof of concept, I guess, for like what they wanted, or design document for how they were going to simultaneously have a really fun shooting experience that also was something that you could experience with a bunch of other people. Instead, they have this weird hybrid thing that, you know, they still nailed their shooting, at least at first. Then they fucked that up, and then they had to like fix that, and then apparently they fucked it up again after that. Thankfully, again after I stopped playing, but it was just always gonna fail, I guess. I don't know why I'm ready. This is just, you're getting your drunk synth rambles. Let's watch the rest. I'll try not to interrupt it too many more times.
Game will become great, but a great slow game will very quickly fall behind.
The difference between entertainment that's successful and entertainment that's forgotten is only how people react to it. So no matter how successful we were on Halo 2, it doesn't matter how hard you worked. And
now, what if we could manipulate the reaction with paid Indians and Chinese people, or now with LLMs, with AI chatbots? Suddenly you don't need to make a good game.
They don't give a if it took you 2 seconds or 6 years and 20 gallons of blood.
Why does this even exist? It's just like a random corner of the map that has this thing.
Like, yeah, what is this thing? What the fuck? I've seen indie games that have less jank than this.
This is one of the things that's going to set apart Halo 3 from Halo 2. Just the sheer number of tufts of weeds and grass to sort of help them blend into the ground and the terrain. I know that if there's one...
See, I know he's showing this to make it look like they put so much effort and detail into it. That was a step in the wrong direction, if you ask me. The more needless detail that is added to environments, the worse the readability gets. And what happens when readability reaches an all-time low? Yellow paint. That's where we're at now. Where people, they can't use like traditional lighting or maybe slightly coloring an interactable object something, or maybe it has more it's a more reflective texture or something on the object to know it's interactable. No. You have to use yellow paint because things have become way, way, way too fucking realistic and detailed.
At a place like when the game ships, every time I run by that in multiplayer, I'll see that one blade of grass and I'll be very upset.
So it brings you over here, and
Yeah.
if you just step down here, you can see right through the terrain. Beautiful.
This is something a little bit more important. The story that we're trying to tell has higher stakes. Whether we can do that, we won't know until that thing's in people's hands and they're playing.
First trust, then retention, then revenue. They were sticking around in all of our online communities.
Yeah, or poor performance is another thing too. But yeah, it's this whole can of worms, yeah.
Communities with these megaphones shouting to everyone to avoid this game because it sucked. So we focused a lot of our early work on trying to repair.
Yeah, I mean, this is just everything that happens. I noticed this on, there were some comments on my Fallout vid, the recent one, where people are like, oh, they always do this, where the first season draws you in and then the second season goes full subversion mode. I think of like The Boys, right? The Boys is a good example. But the thing is with Fallout, though, Fallout Season 1 was dog shit, too. Like, if you didn't notice Fallout Season 1 was dog shit, you're part of the problem. But I think, fundamentally, I agreed with sort of the idea of the comment, where it's like, yeah, I think the propaganda has gotten worse in the second one, but that's only because people are so used to miscegenation in media that they don't even notice. Which is ironic, because when I pointed it out in my Halo vids, my Halo reviews, I didn't get dislike bombed into oblivion. Now you could say normies didn't watch far enough in the video to when I talked about that, but yeah, I mean, I just find it very bizarre. I mean, you could say I talked about it in a maybe more edgy way than usual in my Fallout episode 1 review, but yeah, it always had propaganda. Some people are just, their noticing levels are way too goddamn low.
Our reputation with our players and our community. Not because our designers believed these were the most important root causes to our engagement issues, but because they were vocal pain points in the community, and addressing them quickly would clearly indicate that we were listening.
We only want to do right by these people because they are a conduit to profit.
We needed something that challenges and inspires all of us. Something that I think has enough ideas in it that'll last us for the next 10 years.
We are blazing a ton of new trails.
Well, new action games in the living world.
It has a nature that we don't totally control. Things are going to happen that we don't plan, and that's amazing.
The best thing about Bungie is, even though you have these crazy ideas, you know that they're going to get funneled into a game that's fun.
We're creating something completely new.
I mean, it was fun. The thing is, like, this is always the tragedy of games like this, that usually games like this don't come out anymore. But there was games, especially in like the PS3 360 era, where like the core gameplay loop was still pretty fun. It's just a lot of things around the loop were made worse to appeal to a wider audience. The issue with actual modern games, like in the past 5 even to 10 years, the games aren't even that fun. Like, the gameplay loop isn't even refined. But again, when your standard is so fucking low, then they still eat the slop anyway, if it's even just kind of fun. So, it's any wonder why things are so bad.
It's a scary place, but if it's not scary, then it's not going to be good.
We all have a ton of passion, and we all have just enough crazy to pull this off.
We didn't even know how big Halo was going to get. How can anything be bigger than Halo? We'll find out.
Hey, time now. It's a pretty long rewind. We make games we want to play. Yeah, that is gone from every company. Literally, this mantra, I don't think exists in any fucking like AAA game development studio. It just, and I'd say even indie games, a lot of times it's we make games only we want to play, you know? So it's like indie games, they almost got it, except so many are like, we want to make games that only super autistic trannies want to play. And Devin. Super autistic trannies and Devin. That's a slight exaggeration, but you know, it's more or less, yeah.
It's old and grainy because it's an old picture I actually found on my cell phone, because we took down that motto a little while after D2 launch. And our new studio motto, this is a more recent picture, is we create worlds that inspire friendship.
We create worlds that inspire friendship. What a joke. Like, what the actual fuck does that even mean?
Is we create worlds that inspire friendship.
That's so not true, too, by the way. Like, things like, again, not me, because I was always an introvert, but games like RuneScape or World of Warcraft or things like that, those are really... Those days actually did inspire friendship. Like, people actually talk to each other all the time in these early MMO games. Not in fucking... not in Destiny, really? I even have experience with this. I don't want to tell the story for the millionth time, but... because I have already talked about it multiple times. But the raid group, the LFG group, that I joined for Destiny 2 to play the raids, those fuckers didn't even want to talk to me at all. They literally muted me when I talked to another dude there about Spyro for a while. So, you know, it's like friendship my fucking ass. So this is a fucking normie piece of shit. I want him dead. I would have Minecrafted those motherfuckers. I don't know. Yeah, good video though. This is a good video. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm tired of responding to comments about this. This video is not a disparagement against any specific group of people. Okay, shut up, fag. I'm going to unlike this. People who appear are incidental. This video is about what they say. Okay, never mind. I'm reverting that like, you pussy. Absolute fucking pussy. You knew what would happen when the first person you show is a tranny. Do not even pretend, you fucking bitch. That it went from base to unbased, but no one ever reads the description, so shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Crope get pinned. Yep, good shit. He corrected an issue where players were having fun. From the creators of no. Yep, this is every modern game studio, by the way. Do you think people will learn from the creators of? No, wrong. From maybe a creator of, and even that creator has lost all their talent. We create worlds on install. Haha, funny. Bungie versus Bunghole. Give that a like. This is what happened to every game studio you used to love. Yup, absolute truth. It's like watching your grandpa get dementia, but there's nothing you can do about it. Not really. You need to start attributing this to malice, not to magical hypothetical diseases. Even the motto about wanting to play their own game was a perfect summary. Yeah, honestly, this is a very good ending to the video. If you wouldn't even want to play your own game, why should anyone else? Yep. Alright, I won't keep reading them, but